Hey, Lactress here, and I'm trying out Banished. I've played a game just to get into it and see what it's about, and you can see a bit of imagery from that game there. Right, I'm going to try for an achievement this time. I think it's called Mountainous Men, and I have to have terrain type mountain, a small terrain size. My climate has to be harsh. It doesn't say anything about disasters, and it doesn't say anything about starting conditions, so the way I'm seeing it, harsh, small, mountains, that's already looking bad, plus disaster. I'm thinking easy could be a nice way to do it. That just gives me a couple things already made, which is hard anyway, even on easy, when I tried this one. That was on easy, and I struggled for quite a while. So, on medium, hard, I can't even imagine. I will try a hard game out at some point, but I think for this particular achievement, I'll just have easy. I believe I have to maintain 50 people, so a population of 50 people for 20 years to get this achievement. So, right, let's think of a name for my town. Media, that's not, no, that's not a good town name. Crookie, nah. I don't have anything in mind at the minute, so I'm just gonna see if any of these spark anything or look found up. No. um, um, no, come on, no. Why don't I just do something like that about Doom? Nah. I don't know. I'm gonna sit here baffling on a bit while I try and come up with a name for my town. This could take quite a while. This could just be the entire video trying to think, ooh, I like that. I'll keep that, yeah. Alright, there you go, that's our town. Now what is the betting that we get something really rubbish? Or a tornado rips through at the start. Right, let's just pause it for a second and let's have a look and see what we got. Right, we've got nice big rivers. Couple big, no, that's the same river, my bad. We're next to it, which is good. It's always good to be next to the river. Only there's okay, I'm gonna need a quarry and stuff up pretty quick by the looks of it. Alright, okay. So, here's how I start out. I get a few houses to start with on easy, a stockpile, barn, a bit of cattle, and some people, and that's it. That's all the extra I get, really. It's just a little help. I usually keep my event log and the statistics up. Right, let's go over this with you so you all get where I'm coming from. So obviously, you got a little controls here. You can go up to 10 quick, which I do quite often because I get bored waiting for stuff to grow. I skipped stage. This just shows an overmap, so we've got a pretty... It's fairly large considering it's small, but it's, yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure. I'm gonna run out of resources on the ground very quickly. The stone and the iron. Trees aren't a problem. I can cut those all down and then put a forester up and get them back, but the stone and the iron, I'm gonna need quarries and mines. and they need a lot of staff, and in my last game it took me quite a few years to get one of those up and running, as well as having enough food, so I'm not even sure how that's gonna work out. I'm gonna have to do it pretty quick actually, I think. We'll see. And then here you got the jobs that I could assign to citizens. I'll leave that up for a minute so you can have a look through while I talk randomly. Obviously you got, they start off everybody as a labourer as they age into an adult. You got 3 stages of I don't know, age really. Well, 4 if you count death. You got children when they're born. If you have a school, they'll become students. If there is no school, which I won't do for quite a while, if ever, they become adults straight away. If you do have a school, they spend about a year or 2 in the school, and when they come out, they're educated. Educated people produce about double, probably, everything else. So, for example, my blacksmith, if it was uneducated, would only give me 1 tool for every 1 iron and log or so. Whereas if they're educated, I'd probably get 2 tools out of it. So it's more productive to be educated, but it costs more time and it is not worth it. Right. I'm not going to walk through all of them. You can just have a quick glance. You can probably guess as I'm going through the rest of the game what each will do. So like I said, I'll leave that up for a little bit. I am going to increase a few of these limits. Doubt whether I'll need to on this particular one, but we'll see. Right. 50,000 food? Yeah, we'll keep 50,000 food for now. Herbs, cloves, alcohol. Right. Now I'm going to change all of this to 50. Not 50, to 5,000. I doubt I'll need to, but just in case. And this one can go to 8, because I usually end up with so much oil? Fuel. See, I can't even talk. I'm completely out of it. Right, anyway. Increasing priority literally does as it says. If I've got something set to build over here, something set to build over here, I place that first, they'll build that first. Unless I use that tool on that, they'll build that first, right? Okay. That just shows me where everyone goes to work, but obviously I've got no places of work out at the moment, so it won't show me anything. I haven't really used the camera locations yet, but yeah, I suppose that's pretty simple enough. That, if I had a town hall, would tell me all my town statistics. I don't have a town hall yet, and I probably won't have one for a little while. Right, now onto the first few buildings. You've got your wooden house, which is these. They're cheaper to make, but in the long run, stone houses are better. It costs more materials, but you save firewood, and firewood is very good with a trader. Basically, it's got a value of between 3 or 4 per firewood, and you can usually have a surplus of a good 5,000. So you can buy a lot of stuff with firewood, so saving firewood's a very good idea. A boarding house, it's just a place for homeless people, so if my town gets sacked by a tornado or a fire or anything like that, then that's the place they're all going to go. Also, if I were to pick up some nomads from my town hall and I had nowhere to put them, they would go in there as well. You got roads, 2 types. They increase their speed in which they travel. I usually just do dirt road because it costs nothing except a bit of time from my builders to make them. Have never done stone road yet. I don't think I need to. It doesn't really make too much difference. Obviously, that, as it says, just allows them to cross river, and a tunnel will let them go through mountains rather than walking all the way around, which I'm probably going to end up doing this time. I mean, it's pretty, like it says, mountainy. So, I mean, I'm just wondering where I'm going to put my forester and gatherer. I'm probably just going to have to put it here. And put bridges for other places to go cut stuff up, but we'll see. Actually, that might actually be the good idea now, to make bridges like from there to there, and just a mini one from there. I can't put one there. Okay, typical. Ugh, come on, just a bridge. I just need a bridge. Right, there you go. 2 little bridges. That just allows me some room to go and get extra things. That pretty much lets me go to almost all of the map, doesn't it? I shouldn't need another bridge after that. Alright, so 2 bridges, done. Don't need to worry about bridges no more. Okay. Now for the next stage, storage barn. There's my storage barn. You got a stockpile, basically. That's for food and clothes and tools. This is for firewood, logs, stone, coal, iron, so easy enough. Markets, I usually just think of it as extra storage, and the person that runs the market can carry stuff easier, so that's why I usually do them, but I shouldn't need to worry about that here too much, not soon. Trading post, it basically, I'd put that on a river or something, and a guy will come in a boat and have stuff for me to buy and sell to him. Probably won't do that for the first couple years, maybe. It depends on what resources I can dig out of the ground. These I'll probably do last, if at all. You literally just, a well makes it easier to put out fires, but I'm surrounded by water. I'm not worried about fires. Can't be bothered with school. Makes it take longer for me to get my people aged up. And I need them to fill my food production and everything, or my town will die. Because they do eat food, but they don't do anything to produce it, so they're not very helpful. Hospitals for healing disease, and a town hall, chapel, and cemetery. Pretty self-explanatory, most of this, really. But I figure I might as well go through it. Food production. A crop field. Obviously, farming crops like wheat and such. Orchards, apple trees, pear trees, cherry trees, all that kind of thing. Pasture. I'm going to need one of those for those cows. So while I'm at it, I'll pop a pasture somewhere. And now I've got a case of where do I want a pasture? Where it's not going to be in the way. Because I'm building houses and everything at some point, so I don't want to... God's sake. Right. No. Further up. No. It needs to be a fairly big pasture, I've learnt, because otherwise it won't let me breed that many cows, which is very annoying. Before I forget, I'm also going to shove 6 builders out. Right. Obviously, fishing dock, I'll put that here. I will have a fishing dock. To start with, I'm not going to have a farm. That pasture is the only farm type thing I'm going to have. I will have, I don't know, 1 or 2 fishing docks, maybe 2 fishing docks. Not right now, I haven't got enough people to man 2. I will have a gatherer's hut. Might possibly have a hunting cabin. I'm not sure. That's going to be later on, probably. Because I do need a forester to plant the trees. Which I get from over here. Here's my woodcutter for firewood, and there's my forester. They just plant and cut trees, or just plant them, or just cut them. Depends on what preference I set them to. Won't bother with herbalist at the minute, because I will have a gathering hut, cattle, fish. Well, I might need some herbalist stuff, but not right away, so I'm not particularly bothered with that right now. Blacksmith, I will want a blacksmith. I will want a tailor. And I'm gonna need a mine and a quarry. And then that's just for specifically picking up trees. Okay, we're done pretty much. I'm not bothering with the rest. That's pretty much it. By now I'm pretty sure you've had a good look at the professions. And we can actually get on with the game. Now, I'm going to be building in all this area. I don't need all this stone, so I'm going to collect all the stone from that part of land. And then all of those minerals. Okay. Now, I have 6 builders. 2 for there, 2 for the bridges, each bridge. And we're going to start with that. I'll speed it up so it goes quickly, and you can have a see at them all doing bits and bobs. So, here's my pasture. They're building that slowly. There's the bridge starting to get built. And all these different people going out to collect these minerals. Whew. Alright, bridge is done. I'm gonna wait for that other bridge to be done. Will it be done for bridge probably? Yeah, bridge is done. Right, slow it back down. Now, what else do I need actually now I think about it? I'm gonna need a blacksmith and a tailor. Okay, I've got to keep an eye on my stored stuff as well because I need to build quarries and mines before I run out of things. And I need to pick places of land where I'm definitely not going to want to build to put my quarry and my mine, because once they've been built they can't be picked up basically. It's stuck there and I can't build anything on top. So, granted I only want this for 50 years and I only need 50 people. I've already got quite a few, but I mean 20, there's only another 30 to go. It's not going to be easy. This is going to be tough. I have to prioritize everything. Okay, forester first, because I can. Jesus, where do I want it? See, because if I place it there, I'm only going to have from around these here and where that line goes, because I'm going to be building where those houses are, so I'm not actually going to have that land. Well, in that case, if I'm not going to have that land, I'm not going to use that land. I could do that and make use of some of the land on that side. Okay, there's my forester's lodge. And while I'm here, I'm gonna put down a gatherer's hut. Yes. Right, so gatherer's hut, forester's thing. What else do I want to put down now? To be built now. Well, I do still have stuff to collect from the surface, so if I focus on getting myself up and running. Alright, so a fishing dock. No, one fishing dock. One pasture. And one gathering hut. That should be plenty to get me food for now. I won't even probably have enough to staff that. So let's just let that do that. Oh, slow it down. There we go. How many? See, I can only have 4 cow. I really seriously misjudged the size that I had to make my pasture. Right. Destroy it and try again, or live with it. Oh, God, no. Right, I would want at least 6. There wasn't really any more room there though, was there? Fine. We'll have 4. 4 cows is plenty. Oh, I need to actually put someone in there. Basically it means they're gonna kill off the extra cows and use it as food. And leather. Oh. Why did nobody remind me? I need a tailor and a blacksmith. Right. Blacksmith can go there. See, I don't want to... I can build over here more than over there because I don't really want to go into... the territory of my forester that I'm going to have. Right.